So my formula is that exception proves intervention, and intervention proves intervener. And when the intervener is proved, God is also proved. When intervener is proved, God is also proved. So the existence of God is a proved fact in terms of science, in terms of any kind of available knowledge. So there are ample proof that there is a God. I read a book. The title was Evidence of God in an Expanding Universe. In this book, 50 top scientists participated. This book was a compilation of 50 top scientists of different fields. All these scientists say that according to the present knowledge, the knowledge we have secured through science, we are compelled to believe that there is a God, there is a creator. You can read this book. The title was The Evidence of God in an Expanding Universe. There are several other books that tell us that according to the scientific knowledge, we have no option other than to believe that there is a creator, there is a God. Sir James Jeans says in his book, his well-known book, The Mysterious Universe, that according to scientific knowledge, we are compelled to believe that there is a mathematical mind, there is a mathematician behind the universe. So this is the first point. The first point is that there is a God. It is this God who created present universe, who is sustainer of the present world, and it was this God who created man. So this is the first point. Now, when it is established that there is a God behind this world, it is but natural that we try to know what was in the mind of God when He created this world, so that we may understand the meaning of life, so that there may be no contradiction between creature and creator. We cannot afford to live a contradictory life. When we are creature and there is a creator, so we cannot go against the creator's mind. It will prove fatal. Without knowing the creation plan of God, we cannot understand our meaning. We cannot know what is the success and what is failure. Everything will go wrong. So it is a very important question to know what is the creation plan of God. Now let us take the second point. Second point is that what is the point of reference? And what is the source from where we can obtain this knowledge? When we try to know the point of reference, when we try to know the source from where we can obtain this knowledge, then we see, when we find that there are several disciplines that claim that they can give us knowledge in this regard. So first of all, we face the philosophy. Philosophy is the oldest discipline. What is philosophy? Philosophy means art of pursuit, discipline of pursuit. When man tried to know the meaning of life, this discipline was called philosophy. There is a long period when all the great minds of the world were engaged in philosophy. But as we know, philosophy failed to give any positive answer. One scholar has said about Bertrand Russell that Bertrand Russell was a philosopher of no philosophy. I can say that all the philosophers were philosophers of no philosophy, because there is no philosopher who was able to give a complete answer, a positive answer to the question. So in philosophy we find confusion, ambiguity, skepticism. All the philosophers were living in skepticism, not in conviction. So philosophy has failed to provide a positive answer to this question. It is a fact. No one can deny this fact. That philosophy is a failed discipline. Then let us take the science. By science I mean exact sciences, or mathematical sciences, or experimental sciences. There are different names. Some people call it exact sciences. Some people say mathematical sciences. Some call it as experimental sciences. So I have studied a lot. I can say that science also failed to give any answer. Science itself confessed that it is not able to provide any answer. Why? You can read the book Limitations of Science and such other, there are other books like this. So science itself confesses that science gives us but a partial knowledge of reality. It is a fact that science deals only in those matters that are experimental in nature, that were observable in nature. But this kind of knowledge is now but this kind of discipline cannot provide us a complete knowledge. Because you know, our world is comprised of two things: seen world or unseen world. For example, let us take a flower. We can observe a flower. Flower's chemistry is observable, but flower's fragrance is not observable. We scientifically, and science can give us knowledge about the chemistry of flowers, but science is unable to give us any knowledge about its fragrance.